Rabbit is directed by Taika Waititi and also written by him, and tells the story of a kid named Jojo in World War II as a kid who wants to become a Nazi. And he has a room full of Nazi propaganda and is trying to join in the ranks as a little kid. And he likes all that stuff. And his father is out to war. His mother's left alone to take care of him. And he imagines Hitler as his best friend, in which Hitler is played by Taika Waititi himself. And there's a lot of comedic banter between these two. And when Jojo discovers a Jewish girl hiding in his house and starts befriending her, it opens his mind to the world around him and is leading him to believe that what he thought the Nazi stuff stood for and what he thought was cool is not as amazing as it may have sounded, or even if it's the right thing. So Jojo here is trying to overcome things that everybody's putting on him, and is trying to learn how to think for himself and to learn what he truly believes is right. And he gets these experiences from the people around him, like his teacher, the Jewish girl, or his mother, and even his imaginary Hitler friend, who's sort of the antagonist, which basically means that the true antagonist of this movie is partially himself, because Hitler is his imaginary friend, and is all the thoughts that and things that other people said about Hitler that are good being put on him, and what makes him think that Hitler is actually a good person. So he's trying to battle his mind and trying to learn how to think for himself throughout the entire film. And that's not to say that the movie is depressing. It is Taika Waititi. He's going to create some satire in this, trying to create something funny. And for a tough subject like the Holocaust and Nazis, I think he was able to pull out the satire very well and balance it with a lot of heartfelt and pretty dark imagery that actually kind of surprised me. This was a phenomenal film that was able to balance tone very well, and I love this film for that. It was the right kind of satire it needed, the right kind of comedy it needed, the right kind of drama it needed, and the writing here from Taika Waititi, whether it's improvised or not, is astounding. The characters felt so real and so touching that you are immediately invested into what their goals are and what they're trying to do. As probably outrageous and absurd some of the characters' ideas are, like with the teacher played by just the guy who played Justin Hammer in the Marvel movies. I keep forgetting his name, but he's great in this film. Scarlett Johansson definitely deserved the nomination here for Best Supporting Actress. She is so good as the mother of Jojo, and both of these characters show really good chemistry with one another. The Jewish girl in the film that Jojo befriends, these two work so well together. They felt so real, and I am glad that this film was able to touch on such a subject that anybody could sort of relate to. And anyone, I feel like, can watch this film without getting too offended. And even if you are, I think that's what the movie's goal is at the beginning. It sort of leads you to try to agree with this stuff with Jojo, and trying for you to get in his shoes of what his goals are, as wrong as they are. And then throughout the rest of the film, you sort of learn with him that whatever it is that these characters around Jojo are putting on him and you as the audience is actually pretty wrong. I thought it was very good storytelling right there. The cinematography is beautiful. It felt like a satire. It felt like something that Taika Waititi would made in his style. The absurd action sequences are as absurd as they are. The editing is actually pretty good. But the thing that mostly impressed me was the kid who played Jojo. He is fantastic in this film and definitely deserved that Golden Globe nomination. Or in just I think he would have been nominated at the Oscars if I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out a way to get this kid nominated for something. Like, he's so good in this film, so heartfelt, and you are really behind his character throughout every single scene. He is naive, he is courageous, and at the end when he had to make some of his toughest decisions and experience something that would scar him, he pulls it off so well that it almost, I never felt like he was acting. That's how good he was in this film. All the actors here do a great job. The story has a good tone, balance, and just overall, I thought this was a fantastic film. The only thing I will probably you say the problem is, like, there's a few jokes that don't really work in a movie. But overall, I thought this was a fantastic movie and I would definitely highly recommend it. And I'm going to give Jojo Rabbit an A. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.